Welcome back to the first episode of my rather controversial topic and not controversial topic. Cue the music. Welcome back to another episode of a rather controversial topic to some, but not to me. Finding yourself before the age of 30. Can it be done? I have no idea, but I'm starting it off with this vlog. I can tell you that here I am, starting it before the age of 30, finding my, check that off the goal. Ding, 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 ding. Let's start this off with a little little candle lightage. Let's do this. Brand new candle just for you guys. I know you're supposed to trim the wick off, but YOLO. Sometimes you just have to YOLO it. So here's to finding myself before, oh, here's to finding myself before the age of 30. Closest table I have is here. I'm working on a whole set, okay? Not like a whole set, but something that's not like this. And the only lighter that I have, you know. Now that this is a romantic setting, we have the candle going. We have, even though it's out of reach, I want to start this vlog because I want to document my life, I want to be creative. I want to, it feels like I have been doing so much. Wow, it has been 7 months. It's been 7 months. Wait, no. Updated. I added a pillow for comfort. Okay. It has been 5 months since my separation of we were actually going to be together 5 years in August. Yeah, so we separated in February. We did have a house together. Sold the house. It was a starter house. It wasn't like my end all be all, I wasn't like in love with it, but it was the first house I had owned. So, of course, you're going to be in love with something that you first own. I brought both my cats home in that house. I got both my cats, Dale and Dolly, which I will show them in this vlog. Well, over the course of this whole channel. Dale's actually up above. So if you see me looking up, it's because there's like a ledge up here and he likes to walk back and forth, back and forth. But so yeah, we sold our house. I now live in my mom's basement. Hi, Dale. Now live in my mom's basement. I moved in here I would say we sold that house at the end of March. So I moved in here end of March, I would say. And yeah, I actually am 4 days post-op of a laparoscopy, if I'm saying it right, surgery. It is, I had a cyst on my right ovary they were going to remove. It was about 8 centimeters. I feel like I'm just like trauma dumping on you guys. Anyways, went in there, removed it, 4 days surgery post op. Anyways, and so I think now you guys now know why I want to start this channel. Um, I've thought to myself, like, oh, am I scared that he could be watching? I don't care. I don't care. Actually, please do watch. Please watch me. I need the views. I need the views. Pay my bills, please. But yeah, 4 days post op. um, 5 months, 6 months post relationship. So I feel like having this channel will keep me grounded in the fact that I need to be doing some things for myself and making myself grow in ways that I wouldn't necessarily do otherwise, if that makes sense. I really do hope that you guys can follow me, follow my channel, follow the growth. We can romanticize, learn how to romanticize our lives together and come along with the journey. I actually was on YouTube when I was going through my separation and still living at that old house. Actually, no. I had just moved into my mom's house, and a YouTuber had come across my recommendations. It was a male YouTuber. Him and his partner had just separated, and he was planning to move back home. And that's actually how I found him. I don't know if like my YouTube app was listening to me or what the deal is, but and I found his content pretty. I actually loved his content. I will link his. I don't remember his name, unfortunately, but I will link his YouTube below, which because I have been watching YouTube like my whole life. I grew up on YouTube. I used to watch Shane Dawson. I was there for the whole Dramageddon. I just wasn't online. Wasn't in the comments either. I'm more of like a silent watcher, if you know what I mean. Sorry, my nose is really itching. Um, but I just thought to myself, like, I've gone through so much in life. Why not me? Why not put myself out there for a change and romanticize my own life? Um, and maybe in doing so, I find some friends. Because your girl has very few, but that's not a bad thing. Any younger people than me, that's not necessarily a bad thing. I would much rather have some core friends and have like a deeper relationship than have like 15, 20 friends. It's crazy. I mean, The people that do and they actually have a relationship with those people, more power to you. I love that for you guys. But I'm like a gift giver, so it would be, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't afford all those friends, you know? Why not me? Why not put myself out there? Yeah, and romanticize my life. I just hope you guys can follow along and enjoy the process. Um, oh yeah, I don't even think I said how old I am. Does a girl even say? Obviously, I'm not 30. Because again, welcome to first episode of finding yourself before the age of 30. Yes, I am not 30, but I do turn 29 this year in October. So the Steva is 28. It's crazy to think like 30 is just around the corner. It's just insane. Wow. Oh my gosh. By the way, let me know how this mic situation is. I don't like how I have to like hold it like this and like, I don't know. I need to get an actual mic situation. And no, this isn't just going to be me sitting in front of a camera. Yes, sometimes there might be some videos where I'm sitting in front of a camera, but I want this to be of like a vlog channel more than just sitting in front of a camera. I'm doing things. It's adventurous. We're breaking out of our comfort zone like this. I am talking while there's other people in this house. Usually, I would be so nervous. But right now, to hell with that, you know? I guess I could talk about the kind of relationship I was in prior to. And if you must know, yes, I do have a therapist. She's actually pushed me, and she's not pushed me, not literally, but she's all for this. So have no fear. I'm not just blurting out things. Could be very unhinged. But back to what I was saying. Um and I don't necessarily want to bash anybody. I'm not going to name this person. I'm not going to, you know, give any personal details, but what I will say was I did lose myself in this relationship. And if there is one thing I could tell myself, like a 16-year-old version of me, is quite literally like forget these boys. For who cares? You don't need a boyfriend. I know that sounds crazy. Like, oh, of course. But like it got to a point where it embodied me. It was who he was who I was. And that's not normal. And so looking back as almost being almost 30 years old, I wish I could tell myself that. And if like there is someone out there that needs, maybe there is someone out there that needs to hear this. Like, and even now, I mean, everyone my age is either getting married, and it's been like that my whole I glitched, early 20s. People are getting married, people having babies. It's going to be like that. But if you're you may be there. You yourself may be there and you may be ready for that. But just because there is a man that you're with doesn't necessarily mean that that's the person for you. I'm just going to say, just because you're with someone at the age of especially the ages of 16, between the ages of 16 and 21, everything feels so intense, I feel like. And my frontal lobe, I don't even think developed until as of this year, until I looked around and was like, what the hell am I doing? What the hell am I doing? And I'm not even like trying to give advice necessarily. Don't take any of my advice, I guess. But what I will say, 4 days post op surgery, I hurt kind of, and 5 months post op relationship is find yourself. Find yourself first. Find what you like. Find what your favorite color is. Find what your favorite hobby is. Find anything but, and then quite literally find your partner. And even if you may think like, oh, this is my partner, stay friends. Stay friends. There's nothing wrong with staying friends. Because if that is that person for you, they will wait. They'll wait. I remember in the early part of our relationship where he had like hit his dresser, like literally punched his dresser. And I just stood there like, what I should have done was left. I should have. And any girl out there, if a man, punches your wall, punches his wall, punches anything, leave. Leave. I I do not have that image, and I will never get rid of that image from my head because that should have been the first red flag. That should have been that. And quite literally, my stomach did tell me, and I ignored it because I was like, oh, this poor man. Oh my gosh. Or like, he was so mad at me. It's all because of me. No, no. He is in control of his own reactions. He is in control of how he reacts. Do I need to say it again? These men are in control of how they act. And they can be like, oh, you made me. I was so mad. I don't care. I don't care. Because that was, I would say, 6 months into our relationship. Okay. Well, about 2 years in, we buy a house, buy a brand new fridge. He throws a fork, bounces off Sterling the sink, and hits our brand new fridge. Brand new fridge dented. Our house had scrapes in the walls from forks being thrown. Like, and yeah, my mom does know about that. So, okay, I fixed the problem. We were talking about. Okay, so yes, 2 years into our relationship, yes, we bought the house. House didn't come with a fridge, so we had to buy a refrigerator. It costs about $1,000. I bought the refrigerator. I had to take a credit card out, sorry, in my name from Nebraska. That's fine, We are in a relationship. We plan to get married. Oh, I am so sorry. I forgot to mention. We were engaged. And so yeah, he punched his dresser and he was living in an apartment with some roommates at the time. Um I took that, oh, I made him angry. I did this. It's because of me. Pretty sure that's probably what he told me too. Don't stay. Whatever happens. Punches anything. Gets gets so angry over anything. Leave. I don't care what you did, girl. Leave. Leave. And you know what's crazy is I don't even think I did anything because obviously I never cheated on the man. I mean, we ended up getting engaged. We ended up, buying a house. Never did any harm, never stole, never did any harm to this man. Okay. I wish I could remember as to why we were fighting in this fight, but the only thing I remember in this fight was him punching his dresser. And first red flag is we had dated in high school prior to. It did not work out. Now, I figured out why later, and that's another video. But that was the same dresser he had had even when we were together in high school. So, and what this is, we were like 16, 17 then. We got together in 2020. It's just so crazy. Like, if I could look back, I wish I could tell myself, leave, leave, girl, because that is just so abnormal. It's just so, I don't care what the situation is, it's abnormal. Anyways, he had the nerve to throw a fork, which in this house, the sink is here, okay? Fridge is where my mic is, right behind it. Okay, so he was standing in the middle. He had thrown the fork, okay? It had jumped backwards, came backwards. He's lucky it didn't hit him in the eye. He's lucky. Well, at that rate, I don't even think he cared if he hurt me, if he hurt himself, who he had hurt. The cat. Oh my gosh, my pride and joys. Yeah, but it hit that stainless steel Samsung fridge, dented it, dented it. Oh, and then, so like, going like this. There's that kitchen, There's a wall, clearly, because the house got to end, right? So here's the kitchen wall. Again, I don't know what the fight was over. Threw a fork. I don't know what made the man do that. I don't know. All I want to say is I'm happy that I'm out of it. I'm happy that I came to and saw things for what they were and got out of it. But just these past, and you know what's crazy is they say that your life changes every 5 years. They do. They say that. Well, my life definitely did change this fifth year, which is 5 years of just And so, yes, this is why I am now inspired to do this channel, to find myself. And it doesn't have to be the before the age of 30. It's obviously not going to happen before the age of 30. But I want you guys to come along and help me find myself, because I have been giving and giving and giving into these relationships, and I haven't been giving back to myself at all. I haven't been giving back to my family. I haven't been giving back to anybody but that relationship. And ever since I was 16, it's been like that. It's just having to hold a relationship, whatever they wanted to do, doing it, whether that was sitting at a sporting event, cornhole. You want to know where that same ex was while my stepdad was passing away? Playing cornhole. Isn't that crazy? His excuse was, we were in the first couple months of us dating. Girl, oh my gosh. Like, what was wrong with me? I don't know. I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you. It's making me like mad at myself. So, yes, I'm doing this channel to keep me, even myself, accountable, finding myself before 30, doing things outside. And I'm not going to say that I didn't jump out of my comfort zone in that relationship, because that relationship did force me to jump out of my comfort zone, because I wasn't necessarily a sporty person. He was more sporty. He did softball, he did all that. Um and so, like, being with him, I did that. But and that was fun, but like, I literally sat at these sporting events for 10, 12 hours, spend overnight, and which is fine. But like, you do that for people that you love, and you support their dreams, but there was no giving. And it doesn't have to always be give and take, it's not going to be like that all the time, like, oh girl, calm down just cuz. But like, it was like that our whole relationship. Anytime I wanted to do something, he would question it. He would be like, why? He'd be like, oh, oh, or he'd be like, why do I have to go? Why do I have to go? Why don't you want to support me? That's the real question. Why don't you want to support me? Crazy. 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 So, yes, here's to finding myself. Finding myself. Finding myself before 30. Finding myself. Yeah. So, yes, I am excited. I'm excited for my future. I'm excited. I don't want to like make this too long of an intro. I guess this is the intro video to my channel. I don't want to make it too long. Um, but yeah, I'm excited. So I don't know if I even said it. Welcome to Cheyenne's Vlogs. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the journey. My name's Cheyenne. What's yours? Leave it in the comments below, and I will leave all my links below. Bye, guys. I'll catch you later. Also, I am going to go see the Superman movie with my sister, third wheeling it actually. So that's on a different vlog. Hi Dolly. Hi Sissy. This is Dolly. She doesn't look great. Now I have to re-lint my shirt. De-lint. Anyways, bye guys.
Thank God we have the blanket.
Yeah.
Thank gosh. You guys brought the blankets.